Oh, GM in the AM. It's still in the morning, right? What's going on, everybody? This is Reese trying to give you that inspirational booster of the day. I actually, I usually do this a little earlier. Well, I usually do it a little early, but I actually just I had a business meet, and I was just connecting, so I just wanted to make sure I had all of that right. But I wanted to hop on and share a personal testimony, and it's tied in with the quote. Like I said, I always elaborate off of a quote that comes to my existence of something that happened to me. So when God gives you a gift, he usually wraps it up in a problem. And like I said, it's a personal testimony that I wanted to share behind that. And it might not be as big, but it's just a testimony. So I've been doing business for a little while now, and just starting your own business, it might seem a little intimidating, overwhelmed with certain things that you're doing, and it causes you to procrastinate, and not saying that you're lazy, but it's just you get tied up in doing certain things, and you just want to you just get so overwhelmed, and sometimes things don't happen because you're just so overwhelmed with, I got to do this, I got to do that. So I've been able to be a little bit successful in the business. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I've been able to be successful in the business, and it's starting to get a substantial amount of return for me. But the main thing that I wanted to point out is I actually came across just earlier this week, Pastor Tim. So Pastor Tim, if you're listening, GM in the AM. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Valerie, Brandon, Darius, GM in the AM. It's still in the AM, right? Yep. But yeah, Pastor Tim, if you're listening, I just want to thank you in advance. But I was actually connected with Pastor Tim, and I told him about my business. He liked what I was doing, and he actually said he want to connect me with his church and talk about the business, to kind of help other people, because that's what I do. I help I help people. So in the course of me talking to him, he stopped me in the tracks of me talking, and he said, I just wanted to tell you, God told me to tell you that you need to stop procrastinating and do what you need to do. Take the actions you need and stop worrying so much. And I was in awe. I was so lost, because it hit me out of nowhere. And sometimes, we looking for confirmation. We looking for things, and we don't know if we're going in the right direction. Or, like the quote, we think we have a problem, but God wraps the gifts up in problems. So me not knowing it, I still decided, and I still continue to go down that path. And when he told me that was my confirmation. And that's why I was in awe. I was just so surprised. And I'm just like, wow, things hit you at very unexpected times. And that's not only it. I was actually getting a phone call. I don't want to disclose any names, but I was actually getting a phone call the very same time that Pastor Tim told me about that. And when I finished talking to Pastor Tim, I called that person back. And when I called that person back, I always been focusing on transparency. That's something that my mentor taught me. If you was to pass at the end of the year, what you want to be known for. Transparency is the one thing that stuck out to me. So when I called the person back, I was transparent and told them what the pastor just told me. And not even knowing what the person called me for, they told me it was a reason that I was calling you. And that person told me that you just gave me confirmation to do what I need to do because of what you told me what happened to you. Not even knowing what the situation was, not even knowing what it was, that's what they told me, that I gave them confirmation. So I was being transparent, and I helped that person out do what they needed to do. And that's not it. After I got off the phone with that person, something told me, it's that little voice in your head. Something told me to send this text message out to somebody. And again, I just don't want to disclose any names because, it's personal information, personal issues. I just don't want to do that. But I sent the text message out to a person and I told them that I just wanted to tell you that your blessing is coming. Full speed ahead. All you got to do is just start praying and thanking God now. Earlier today, that was earlier this week that all of this happened. And earlier today, that person that I text just called me and told me what happened yesterday. And everything that was designed for her that she didn't even see was over the course of several months back. It was a problem that she was having. And yesterday, she was able to unwrap that problem and get the gift that she was looking for. It was so powerful. I just wanted to share that. I literally just shared a tear when she was telling me about it, because, it's those little signs, it's those little key things that we hear in the back of our head. And when you hear those things, it's up to you to pay attention to those signs that you're getting. So like I said, with what I'm doing now, it was a voice that was put in my head and told me that, certain things, like me being transparent, starting with that, me getting on social media, starting to spill certain things that I'm doing, it's all designed for a reason. And just going back to the quote of saying that, when God gives you a gift, it's wrapped up in the problem. I'm doing this almost every single day. And think about, you going through a whole month and certain things happen to you in the month. I still hop on here. You might not see my problem that's going on or what's happening, but in the course of a month, you can imagine that a person have certain problems. But by the journey that I'm going down and the path that I'm starting to travel, it's important for me to put aside those problems that I'm having and make sure that I do what I was called to do. So it's the ability for you to understand and face those problems that you're having, because in order for you to get your gift, you got to understand the problem. You got to be able to accept the problem that you have. And the only way that you'll be able to do that is, God is not going to give us anything that we can't handle. So if you're given a problem, it's the ability for you to be able to take the responsibilities of that and control it, for you to unwrap the gift, for you to unwrap it and get the gift that you have that's desired for you. And I really feel that, it's a reason that I do these things. Sometimes I don't always understand, or sometimes I don't always see exactly what it is that I speak, because there's certain times that I do a quote or, I do a stream, and sometimes I think to myself, like, man, that probably wasn't that powerful, or, maybe, nobody would have liked that. And I get a comment or somebody inbox me or something like, thank you for doing that. And I just be like, wow, I didn't even know. But it's the ability for you to stay consistent. It's the ability for you to think about the problem that you're having, put aside those problems and go after the gift that you got. It's the ability for you to just do that. And I just wanted to share that because, it's things that's been happening, it's happening for a reason. So, it's just confirmation for me to continue to share that, continue to be transparent. That was my goal from the beginning, being transparent. And in the result, I'm just imagining if I never told the first person to call me after talking to the pastor, if I never told the person what I was going through, what they would have did what they needed to do, and what they would have actually, the person that I talked to earlier today, what they would have called me and told me that what happened. So it's like, everything is designed for a reason. It's up to you to take the necessary actions towards what you need to do. It's so much going on. I'm just thankful. I'm really thankful. You know, it's a lot to be thankful for, and I'm just doing my part. I had a great business meeting with somebody, and you know something is going good when you leave as colleagues or associates and you get so much more. Like I like to consider like I just gained another friend, and that's what I really love. You know, it's something that I really love inside of what I'm doing. I'm able to start networking a lot more with the right people. You know, I said a couple of weeks back, you know, a couple of quotes back, that, you know, it's all about you actually being able to connect to the right people. So when you get told no, you know, that's a good thing, because it's getting you away from the people you don't need to be around and be surrounded by the right people that you need to be surrounded by. So I encourage everybody to get out there and get those no's, because it's going to get you that much closer to the right people, the right yeses. So I don't want to keep on going. Like I said, it's something that spoke to me. You know, it really spoke to me. I hope that spoke to somebody else, you know, because that's one of the main reasons why I do it, because I just feel, you know, I have a place, you know, God put me in a certain position to speak certain information. You know, me doing a public speaking, me getting out here, you know, just trying to become better. You know, I'm in a result, I'm trying to help somebody else become better. So the more that you focus on others, you know, it allows you to become better as well. You know, so I really try to focus on that. And again, I hope that spoke to somebody. You know, I just want to throw that out in the atmosphere, as I always say. Hey, everybody. Man, my fault. I was just going on and on and on. D'Angelo, what's going on? Jim and the AO. What else we got on here? Latoya, how's it going? Man, I see y'all doing some big things out there. I've been paying attention to y'all. Y'all doing some big, huge things. I like what y'all doing. But yeah, Jim and the AM, man, everybody, like I said, I hope that spoke to somebody, but I don't want to keep on going and just going on and on. You know, I'm actually finna head to San Diego. I got to get ready for this flight. So I hope everybody is having a good day, because it's a beautiful day to be alive. This is the perfect time to get out there and make something happen. Talk to y'all later.